Hi there Booktube, it's Eleanor here and it's time for my August TBR. I was thinking, oh yeah, after July I'm going to have a bit easier for the end of the year. I'm going to go through a lot of my books on my shelf and I'm going to have a bit more of a pick and mix month. And then I looked in my diary and I've booked in quite a lot of buddy reads. So what I'm going to do this month is I'm going to tell you all the buddy reads that I have organised, and then I'm going to pick from my Booktube reading jar, show you my non-fiction pick for the month, and then if I get through all of these I will pick up other things willy-nilly as I go, but there's quite a few big books here, so let's see what I've got to read. So my lovely friend Michelle, who I think is a subscriber to my channel, and that's how we met, but we've been trying to read a book at least, or often she goes on to read the trilogy every month and chats about it via email, and it's been really good fun. And so next month we've decided that we're going to start this series. The first book is called Ashes. It's by, I think it's Ilse J. Bick. This sounds really exciting, and it's a YA, I'm not sure if it's sort of dystopian-y, zombie vampire-y, but I've heard some really good things about this recently, and she suggested that she wanted to read it, so I thought, why not? That sounds like a really great idea. So this one's on our list. Some of us struggled in the month of July to get to a particular book, and so Patty from I Smell Books was very good and read it and did a review, and the rest of us failed miserably. And so we have decided that we're going to try and read it this month together, and that is The Roar by P. Caitling. I will try to read this month. I am somewhat nervous because I have heard from Patty that it is a weird and wonderful strange read, so I'm going to set myself the challenge and sit down and do it at some point. There was also another blip in the buddy reading this month due to moving houses and night terrors and not getting enough time to read and all sorts of various things. And so our Sarah Waters pick for the month, which was The Little Stranger, didn't get read in July, so we are going to be reading that in August. In addition, my Waterstones book club that I attend once a month is reading The Paying Guest this month, so there'll be 2 Sarah Waters books that I will be reading this month, so I'm very excited because I do enjoy her stories. Next is a buddy read I'm doing with the lovely Katie at Kit Kats Can Read, and we're going to be reading The Hit by Melvin Burgess together. I'm quite excited about this. It's a YA book. I believe the premise is that there's a pill you can take which gives you like the most brilliant sort of high for a certain number of days, and then you die. And this guy decides that he wants to take it, but then he falls in love, and I think that's the premise, so I'd be excited to give this a go with her, and it's such a psychedelic cover. I love it. Then with a subscriber called Emma Stickley, I am going to be reading Double-Edged Sword by Sarah Silverwood, and I'm really excited to be doing that. So Emma, if you're watching, contact me via Goodreads and we'll organise a day to start reading this. I can't wait. Next, a couple of subscribers on my 3rd June book haul commented that they wanted to read Dark Eden together by Chris Beckett, and they were Dee's Journey and Nicola Phantom. So if they're watching, contact me either in the comments down below or on Goodreads, and we will organise a little group for us to read that, so I'm excited to give that one a go. There's quite a few of us this month that are going to be giving The Bone Clocks by David Mitchell a go. I know that Slice of Mike and Patty from I Smell Books and Tanya from List Obsessed Reader and possibly Caitlin from Kitty G, I'm not sure, but we're all going to be trying to read The Bone Clocks by David Mitchell. I'm excited and nervous and intrigued all at the same time. I've never read any of his books, so yeah, we'll see how this one goes. Also with Tanya from List Obsessed Reader, we're going to be reading Solace by Gail Carriger. This is a reread for me. I know I don't normally reread, but I read this a couple of years ago, before even sort of knew Booktube existed, and I can't remember any of it, and I want to read the rest of the series, so I think it's probably best to go back and reread this one. And Tanya wanted to read it, so I probably can't remember anything. Old age does that to you. So I'm looking forward to reading this with her in preparation for Solace September, where myself and Dorka Brain are going to try and marathon through the rest of the series, so we'll see how that one goes. And then my final buddy read is also with Caitlin from Kitty G, and we're looking to try and read The 13.5 Lives of Captain Bluebear, which is this is by Walter Moores. It's a bit of a big book, but it's got loads of pictures and it just sounds weird and wonderful, so I'm looking forward to giving that one a go. I've picked 2 non-fiction options for this month. Whether I'll read them both or one or none, I don't know, but I've sort of fallen on the wayside with my non-fiction a little bit, and I want to try and get back into it, and because I do love my non-fiction when I read it. I don't read a lot, but I do like to try and sort of read some that interests me, and I was really lucky to have been sent a couple recently, so I really want to get into those. So the first is Scout, Atticus and Boo, A Celebration of To Kill a Mockingbird by Mary McDonough Murphy. This is a collection of essays of different people who talk about how To Kill a Mockingbird has touched their lives in some way, and I really want to read this, and I have also promised Kirsty from Kirsty on Books that once I have finished it I will post it to her, and Kirsty, I haven't forgotten, so I will try and get through this month and then I can post it on to her to read. And then the other book is called Do It Like a Woman by Carolyn Credo Perez. I was lucky enough to be sent this by the publisher, so thank you very much to them for that. And I believe this is a collection of stories of women, you know, real life women that have done amazing things. I think there is the first woman to cross the Antarctic alone, a female fighter pilot in Afghanistan, a climate change activist who scaled new heights, a Chilean revolutionary turned politician, Russian punks who rocked out against Putin, and an Iranian journalist who dared to uncover her hair. And I think this is going to be a really empowering book to read, so I can't wait to read this one. And as if that wasn't enough, every month when we get to my Booktuber Recommends and I look at how many books I've planned to buddy read, I am desperately hoping that Way of Kings does not come out. I really need it to wait for a month where I've not got any books, but I don't know if that's going to be the case, so we'll see what happens. I don't know why I'm nervous, because Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson is going to be such a really fast-paced read that I'm probably going to whiz through it no matter how big it is, but every month I'm always like, oh. So let's see what this month's is. Okay, here it is. Angel Fall by Susan E. So this is my pick from Sam from Cold Tea and Crumbs, which is Angel Fall by Susan E. I'm excited to give this one a go. I think it's a trilogy, so if I like it, no doubt I'm going to want to carry on with it straight away. But this isn't too long. It'll be a good sort of a break-up book maybe for some of the longer ones that I'm buddy reading. So that's what I'm reading this month, hopefully. And yeah, let me know if you've read any of these and what you think of them, and if you think I'm mental. You probably do. And I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye for now, BookTube.